Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Scott with Grateful Living Cruises, and today we're actually going to be talking about what in the world did Carnival do? Y'all, Carnival is kicking up the dust, they're stirring the pot, they're making people mad. It's a hot mess, and I know it's not funny, but I thought about, do I want to even touch this topic with a 10-foot pole or not? But I thought, you know what? I feel like it's such big news. I kind of have to talk about it. So in today's video, we are going to dive into the new changes that Carnival Cruise Lines is proposing to make to their VIFP program, and talk a little bit about why people are upset and losing their minds and canceling cruises. And then I would love to get y'all's opinion on, does this matter to you? Are you one of these top tier people that are really kind of getting done not so well, in my opinion? We'll talk about it, but I'm just curious what you guys think. It's such big news, and I just thought I have to do a video about all of this mess that's going on with Carnival Cruise Lines right now. So let's jump right into it. No delays. I am going to be looking at my computer screen here because I don't want to get any of the details wrong. However, if you don't know what I'm talking about, recently Carnival Cruise Lines came out and they shared that in about a year, actually almost a year exactly when the news came out, that in June of 2026, they were going to overhaul several key things about their VIFP program, and it's going to now be Carnival Rewards instead of the VIFP program. And with that change comes a lot of things that people are upset about. So let's talk about the first thing, which is the main change, if you will, in the concept that Carnival is proposing here. And I keep saying proposing because they could obviously take this next year that they have and take the feedback from people who are commenting on videos just like the one that you're watching here. I'm sure they have a team of social media people who are reading all of these, and I mean, they have to take some of this into consideration, I'm almost certain. So anyway, I say proposed because they have proposed this. They're giving people time to digest, to think about it, and I'm sure they'll make some tweaks to the program along the way. But basically, they're shifting to a spend-based program. So currently, you kind of get rewarded status, so your reds, golds, whatever, you get rewarded status based on how many nights you cruise with Carnival. However, with the changes, it's going to be shifted more to how much money are you spending with Carnival. So instead of earning points on the number of nights that you cruise, the new program will award what's called stars, and they will be redeemable points based on how much you spend. It could be spending on the actual amount of money you paid on the cruise fare itself, your onboard purchases, your excursions, your spa treatments, drinks, and even casino points. So not dollar for dollar casino spend, but casino points. So right off the bat, we see that it's no longer about how often or how loyal you are to only cruising Carnival. It's going to be based on how much money you're spending with them. So you get 3 stars for every $1 spent on eligible purchases with Carnival, and 1 star earned for every casino point. Now, however many dollars you have to spend to get a point at the casino, I'm not sure how that math works, but 1 star is earned per point, and then 3 stars for every dollar spent on eligible Carnival purchases. So right away, we can see why some people may be losing their minds about this, because some people cruise with Carnival exclusively and not other cruise lines because they're loyal to the company, but maybe they only get interior rooms, or maybe they only buy rooms when they're on sale, or maybe they're taking comped cruises. For whatever reason, now those people who made it a point to be loyal to Carnival are likely not going to be able to achieve the same status as people who buy suites, etc., or spend a lot of money at the spa, or spend a lot of money in the casino, what have you. So you can kind of see right now that's a huge change for Carnival. And Carnival has said, they're top heavy, so they have a lot of people that are in their top level status books, and it's become, I guess, probably, I don't want to say it's become too expensive for them, because I'm not sure that the benefits people receive are that crazy. But for example, the welcoming party for the top tier people, they have, in the past, they've had unlimited drinks during this hour, that kind of cocktail hour. And I think what they're saying is they have so many people now in these top tiers of their loyalty program that it's not really special anymore, because there's so many people in it, and it's costing Carnival because they're having to manage all of these people. But anyway, so the main thing is that they're switching to a spend-based tier system. The second thing that was kind of shock to the face, if you will, is they are eliminating lifetime status. So currently, once you get to a certain status, you stay there. You can stay there for life, even if you don't take a cruise for a while. And now you're going to have to re-qualify for your status every 2 years. So if you build your status to a certain level, right, and you spent a lot of nights on cruises, whatever it took to get you there, now you're going to have to reset every 2 years. So a lot of people are saying, well, where does my loyalty go? Is it as important to them now to continue to cruise with Carnival if they know that their loyalty is being reset basically every 2 years? And that's kind of interesting. And if you do the math on some of these, we'll talk about in a minute, but you have to spend quite a bit of money to maintain some of these status levels. So for them to have to reset is understandably, for some people, who are big spenders, it's a lot of money. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But basically, what's going to happen is the entry-level blue tier is being eliminated, and everyone will start at the red level. And so it'll be red, gold, platinum, and diamond. And the thresholds for each tier, based on the number of stars earned, will now be based on stars, which we can then do math to equate to the dollars that need to be spent to achieve that level. So, for example, everyone's going to start off at red, and then gold is 10,000 stars, which is approximately, if you do the math, a little over $3,000 spent. In order to get to platinum, you need 50,000 stars, which is about almost $17,000 of spend. Now, remember, it resets every 2 years going forward. So in order to maintain that platinum status, you would have to spend almost $17,000 every 2 years. And then diamond is 100,000 stars, which is, $33,000 spent. So in order to maintain a diamond status, you're having to spend $33,000 every 2 years. So what do you guys think about that? Is that outrageous? Is it crazy? Are people really spending this much money on cruising every 2 years? Or are most of the people who are the top loyal people more budget cruisers? I don't know. It feels like some people, or maybe a lot of people who are cruising on Carnival, $16,000 every 2 years or $33,000 every 2 years. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Also, a few other points. Gold members will no longer receive gold pins. Platinum and diamond members will have the VIFP party replaced by 2 drink vouchers. They will no longer receive arcade credits for kids, and the gifts and treats must be requested. So not automatic gifts and treats. And then diamond members will no longer receive a specialty restaurant meal for 2 one-time upgrades or luggage tags. So they're wanting you to spend a lot more money, but they're taking away some of the things that people really liked, is basically the gist I'm getting out of this. Now, all is not lost for existing members, if you want to say that. I'll see what you guys think about what they're doing here. But basically, all VIFP members will keep their existing tier status when the new program launches. So if you're platinum now, or whatever tier you may be in, you will be able to maintain that status for 2 years. And for most members, and we'll talk about the highest ones in a minute, but you'll maintain that status for 2 years. But then remember, every 2 years your status resets. So it doesn't matter where you're at right now, that status will be reset, and you'll have to start all over again with the money-based system. So for most members, I think that's May 2028. However, diamond members will retain their status for 6 years. So that top tier customer will maintain their status for 6 years before they have to requalify. But then they will have to requalify, and beyond then, they'll be reset every 2 years as well. So you can see here why so many people are upset. So many people have been loyal. They've only cruised with Carnival. They have hundreds of nights of sailings with Carnival, and they feel like they kind of have just been slapped in the face a little bit. And I understand that. I mean, I'm definitely not a top tier. I cruise a lot of different cruise lines, so I'm not top tier with any one specific cruise line. But I can see if I had been loyal to one company and all of a sudden they say, sorry, we're erasing your status after 2 years and you have to start all over again, that might make me change my mind about how loyal I would be to that one specific company. So these reward points, basically, points, stars, they're all accumulative depending on all the different types of spend things. But then there's a kicker. The kicker is there's now a Carnival Rewards Mastercard. So it's a new program. It's a co-branded credit card, Master Rewards Mastercard, Carnival Rewards Mastercard, which will allow card holders to earn more points and stars faster through everyday spending. So I think this is where they're really hoping to gain some traction. So these top tier levels could be more quickly achieved through spending money with the Mastercard program that they now have. So I don't know. I mean, this is just kind of like a highlight, but I can see, where people might be a little bit upset, where people who have only cruised Carnival feel like, man, they just threw me in the ditch and basically asked me to start all over again. Like, where's the loyalty in the loyalty program? And one of the people that I watch, Cruise Control, said something really, really important. And it's the fact that these really are not loyalty programs anymore. These are reward programs. So the more you spend, the more we'll reward you. It's not so much the more loyal, the more nights you stay with us, or whatever, the better we'll treat you. It's no, how much money have we made off of you? And I think that's what the feeling is that a lot of people have gotten. And I'm not saying it's wrong. I mean, these cruise companies are for-profit companies. They have to make a profit. They have to answer to their shareholders. Can they do so without making so many people feel like they were thrown in the ditch? Probably. Can they do so and still keep a lot of loyal customers? Probably. Are there things they could have done less drastic? Probably. But I think at the end of the day, most people, and I could be wrong, tell me your opinion in the comments, but I think at the end of the day, most people value their status more so than they value the gifts or the drinks at the welcoming party or the VIFP party or those things. They really just like that status. They like being able to say, I'm platinum or I'm diamond or I'm whatever, right? I think sometimes it's more a psychological thing than necessarily, oh, look what I'm getting as a perk. Because the perks, let's be honest, are not like life-changing. But being recognized for being a loyal customer in itself is a big thing, and a lot of people are going to be losing that. So I don't know. I would be interested to see what you guys think about this. Definitely mixed reactions from all over the world, but I do think Carnival is going to be looking at all these videos, and they're going to be looking at all the comments that people are making, and I do think that they gave themselves this year of time to take everyone's feedback into consideration and to make tweaks and changes. And I hope they do that. I really hope that they stop and look at what everyone is saying and at least take it into consideration before they really launch or relaunch the program. So I would love to know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm going to try to stay on top of this, and coming up I'm going to be doing a video about another change that Carnival is making. Hint, hint. That video is going to be next. I'm super excited about this change, but yeah, look at that video. I'm going to be posting it here in a few days. So come back, subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I am fairly new to making videos, but I am really enjoying taking the cruises, providing the reviews and feedback. I'm a big guy. I'm over 40 years old. I oftentimes am traveling solo. I have a real job, day job, and I'm just kind of doing this for fun on the side, but I'm learning a lot as we go. So I would love to have you a part of the Grateful Living Cruises community. And anyway, take a look at the next video that's coming about the other Carnival change and leave us a comment. Let me know what you think about all this down below, and we'll talk to you soon.